Anxiety is like a fire alarm going off in Duke's head. Except there's no fire, and he can't find the switch. Sometimes anxiety is useful. It tells Duke, hey, something's off, pay attention. That helped our ancestors survive. But today, that same system goes off when Duke sees a weird text. Here's bad news. Or gets stuck replaying one awkward moment from 3 days ago. And that's when anxiety stops being helpful and starts running the whole show. Part 1. Why anxiety exists. A long time ago, anxiety was a survival tool. Picture Duke's ancient ancestor. He hears something move in the bushes. He doesn't open a podcast, journal his feelings, and unpack his childhood. He runs. That instinct kept him alive. One tribe member eats the wrong mushroom and dies? Good. The brain saves that file. Mushrooms equal danger. That's basically what anxiety does. It helps the brain spot threats fast. The problem is, Duke doesn't live in the wilderness anymore. He lives in a world of group chats, breaking news, missed calls, bills, deadlines, social media, and we need to talk texts. His brain still reacts like every threat is a wolf in the bushes. Part 2. How anxiety turns against Duke. The real problem starts when Duke stops responding to anxiety and starts feeding it. That's called rumination. It's when Duke keeps chewing the same thought over and over without solving anything. The client didn't reply. They hate the pitch. If they hate the pitch, they'll leave. If they leave, money gets tight. If money gets tight, everything falls apart. Nothing changed. No action was taken. Duke just ran 5 laps in his own brain. That loop is exhausting, and it makes small problems feel huge. A delayed text becomes rejection. A rough meeting becomes career disaster. One mistake becomes I always mess things up. That's not strategy, that's anxiety. Part 3. How Duke can use anxiety without letting it drive. Here's the interesting part. Anxious minds are often great at spotting patterns. Duke notices when something feels off. He catches tension early. He sees weak points before other people do. That can be a superpower, if he stops turning every signal into a catastrophe. For example, if Duke thinks, what if everything goes wrong? That's useless. But if he thinks, what are the 3 most likely problems and what's my plan for each? Now anxiety becomes preparation. Same with catastrophizing. If one bad comment makes Duke think, I'm a failure, that's a spiral. But if he thinks, okay, what exactly needs fixing? Now he's using feedback instead of fear. And then there's control. Anxiety loves control. Duke wants to double-check the email, recheck the plan, track every outcome, and prevent every mistake. But life doesn't work like that. People mess up. Plans change. Calls flop. Packages get delayed. Stuff breaks. Real strength is not controlling everything. It's staying steady when things don't go perfectly. Part 4. How Duke trains that skill. This is where mindfulness actually matters. Not as some mystical, incense-burning mountaintop thing. Just as a simple skill. Duke notices what he's feeling, without immediately obeying it. He pauses and asks, is this a real problem? Or just a loud prediction? Do I need to react right now? Or do I just feel uncomfortable? Can I solve this? Or am I just looping? That tiny pause changes everything. And Duke can train it in boring, effective ways. Sleep, exercise, walks, less doom scrolling, writing things down, talking to someone. Even a few minutes of breathing without chasing every thought like it owes him money. Because the goal isn't to never feel anxious. The goal is for Duke to hear the alarm, check the house, and realize he doesn't need to jump out the window every time toast gets burned. Anxiety is normal. It's part of being human. But when it starts making decisions for Duke, that's when it becomes a problem. Used well, anxiety can help Duke prepare. Used badly, it can trap him in a life full of imaginary emergencies. So the question is Duke using anxiety as a signal? Or is anxiety using Duke?